Well, hello, Tube. Today we have The Captives by Elmore Leonard. This was the one that became the movie The Tall T. Maybe you've heard of it. First appeared, I don't know what the dog is doing in there. First appeared in Argosy magazine, I think it was, in February 1955. I have to say, real quick, if you're finding this from June on the Range, what a awesome reading event it was, and I'm really looking forward to next year. I have tons and tons of Western content on this channel, so there, if you're new, you can get all caught up and ready for next year. I got playlists down below and everything else. But yeah, we're going to keep on keeping on with the hashtag Western Wednesday, so the Western content ain't stopping here. But anyway, I read the story in this awesome Elmore Leonard collection. You can get your own copy if you'd like using my affiliate link down below to bookshop.org. Or if you used to purchase this book or any book, you get an awesome book at next cost to yourself. I get a small commission. It's a win-win. And it's a great way to help support the channel. You also support the channel by liking, commenting, sharing, subscribing, all that fun stuff. Finally, there are timestamps down below if you'd like to skip around within this video. If you're new here, we like to start off with a little bit about the author. Elmore Leonard, born 1925, died 2013, began his career writing westerns in the 1950s. Long before he became famous for crime fiction, his early short stories and novels stood out for their gritty realism, sharp dialogue, and morally complex characters, qualities that would later define his entire body of work. Among his most notable westerns, Hombre 1961, Valdez is Coming in 1970, and Gunsights in 1979. I will hopefully one day cover all this on this channel. He also wrote short stories for 310 to Yuma and The Tall T, the one that we're going to talk about today. I also have a video on 310 to Yuma from a while back, which were adapted into classic Hollywood films. Leonard's westerns broke away from romanticized frontier myths, focusing instead on ordinary people caught in extraordinary conflicts, where the line between hero and outlaw was never clear. These works not only modernized the western genre, but also laid a foundation for Leonard's later success in crime and suspense. His westerns remain essential reading for anyone interested in how the genre evolved from pulp adventure to something sharper, leaner, and more human. We also like to talk about the book itself. About this book, print length is 546 pages. Publication date was May 8th, 2007, and its publisher is William Morrow. It's a HarperCollins imprint. A brief synopsis, spoiler free. A man who's lost his horse and all his money in a bad bet. Oh my gosh, I cannot read my own script today. Hitches a ride home on a passing coach. Well, it's every day. But when the coach reaches its next stop, the passengers are met by a group of bandits looking for a quick score. Once the outlaws realize the people on board are worth more than the luggage, the robbery turns into a kidnapping. With a ransom on their minds and no mercy in their eyes, the captives are dragged into the wilderness. The question becomes simple and terrifying. Can any of them make it out alive? Right? Terrifying. I typically try to have some reflections or takeaways from my video, from the stories I read. Didn't really have any for this one, just kind of your run-of-the-mill Western sort of a thing. It's kind of hard to have a deep meaning behind a lot of these, so we'll just get right into my thoughts. This is a banger of a story. This is also one of the longer stories in the collection, giving plenty of time for the story to develop. The Captives is Leonard doing what he does best, taking a simple setup and tightening it until every moment. What starts as a routine ride turns into a tense standoff where the real danger is the psychology as much as it is the guns. Leonard loves putting ordinary people in extraordinary pressure, and this story is a perfect example of how quickly a situation can turn when the wrong men get the upper hand. The bandits aren't just violent, they're unpredictable, and the unpredictability is what makes them terrifying. The protagonist isn't a gunslinger or a legend. He's just a man trying to get home. The pacing is classic Leonard, lean, tense, and efficient. All thriller, no filler, as the kids would say. And as always, Leonard's dialogue is sharp. You can feel the characters testing each other, probing for weaknesses, trying to figure out who's going to break first. Overall, The Captives is a tight, suspenseful Western. It shows why Leonard's short fiction hits so hard. It's not about big shootouts or sweeping landscapes. It's all about the people under pressure and how quickly a bad situation can turn deadly. Not too shabby, not too shabby. Great story. Check it out. I plan on watching the movie eventually. I said that about 310 to Yuma too. Still haven't got around to it. But, you know, eventually there'll be time. Eventually there'll be time. Let me know down below. Have you read The Captives? Have you watched The Tall T? Let me know if I got anything right, what I got wrong. Do you agree? Do you disagree? And I think that's it for this one, peeps. Happy June on the Range. See you next year for that. Cheers, peeps.